Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming. We're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Mary Hatch. I'm the project manager for Green and Clean Energy Solutions. With us today, we also have Hannah Morgan, and she oversees the P-12 Schools Initiative, which Green and Clean is one of the programs underneath that initiative. And today we're going to walk through who the program is for, how it can be helpful, what it can provide for schools, and how to apply. So the overview of this program is that it has 3 offers and 2 complementary services. And the 3 offers include project cost sharing for energy studies. It can include project cost sharing for the design of clean heating and cooling systems and also net zero projects. And then we have direct incentives, which are for the installation of energy efficiency projects. And the 2 complementary services are both completely free, and they include benchmarking, which allows you to track your energy use, and you can also demonstrate your results of any implemented projects. And we also have clean heating and cooling technology screenings, which provides you a report that will evaluate the investment, savings, and payback for clean heating and cooling technologies. And I did also want to note that if for whatever reason Green and Clean is not a good option for your school at this time, both of these services are free, and you can enroll in them independently if you'd like. Okay, so why should you participate in Green and Clean Energy Solutions? This program can help you to reduce your energy costs, identify saving opportunities, and the incentives can be used in the capital planning phase. The program can help pay for the cost of studies and for the installation of the identified upgrades from those studies. And these projects overall can help to reduce maintenance time and costs for schools. They can help to increase student and teacher comfort, productivity, and health in the learning environment. And the results of these efforts, if you decide to enroll in benchmarking, can be documented and communicated, but we'll touch on that more later. So who can apply to this program? So it's open to public, private, or charter schools, which are located in New York State, that serve pre-kindergarten through 12th grade students and pay into the system's benefit charge on their electric utility bill. And the program application is open to any authorized applicant. So this can be a single school, or it can be a school district, or it can be an authorized representative on behalf of the school. And this can include FlexTech contractors, but it doesn't have to be. It can also be independent service providers. So all applications will need to be signed by the school. And if a school district is applying, there's application assistance available. There's more details regarding the service on the program webpage if you're interested. And any program incentives will be distributed to the applicant. Okay, so now we're going to go over in more detail the offerings, the 3 offerings and the 2 complementary services which are available. And as a side note, the applicants can apply for 1 or for multiple offers at a time. So the first offer is a project cost share for eligible energy studies. This is similar to FlexTech, but the scope is slightly broader, and it has a higher cost share percentage. It's up to 75%, capped at $250,000 per project. And schools that are categorized as high need may receive up to 100% of cost sharing of project costs. And high need schools are determined by the State Education Department, and there's a link on the Green and Clean webpage to see if your school qualifies. Currently, this is only available for public schools, the 100% cost sharing. The energy studies can focus on energy or carbon savings, and a few examples would include evaluating energy efficiency projects, a carbon reduction study. You can evaluate new clean heating and cooling systems, or peak load shifting if you want to save on demand charges, renewables and retro commissioning, also net zero projects, and then strategic energy planning. And this work for the energy studies can be completed by any consultant that the school chooses. This is open to FlexTech consultants and other independent service providers. So the second offer is a project cost share for eligible design costs that are associated with clean heating and cooling systems and net zero designs. This is also a 75% project cost share, with schools categorized as high need that can go up to 100% of cost sharing. So what kind of design costs are eligible? For clean heating and cooling systems, we're defining those as systems that make space and or water heating without the use of fossil fuels. And we're expecting projects like ground source heat pumps, air source heat pumps, or variable refrigerant flow systems, though other systems may qualify. And the type of design costs that would qualify would be things like developing load calculations or equipment schedules, drawings, plans, if you need test boreholes, and other similar type of costs. For the net zero design projects, we're defining that as projects that help schools get to a net zero designation. So these projects would need to reduce energy use by 20% compared to current New York State code, and they need to quantify how it helps the project get to their net zero potential. So eligible projects could include the design of energy efficiency improvements, clean energy projects, and the design of renewables and storage are eligible if you pair it with efficiency improvements. So the type of costs that would be covered can include the design costs for clean heating or for clean energy and energy efficiency improvements. And this is things like energy modeling and analysis, integrated project delivery costs, and we also have a net zero design charrette. We would cover the costs of those. And the design work for this can be done by a consultant of the school's choosing. However, for this work, the consultant must demonstrate their expertise for enrollment to ensure the quality of these projects. And we have many paths available to do this, which are outlined in the program opportunity notice. But you can also email us for more specifics on this. So the third offer of this program is direct incentives, and this is a rebate-like payment for energy efficiency projects that are not currently covered by local utilities. This is to help pay for the cost of new efficient equipment and also to improve the efficiency of existing equipment that has 6 or more years of useful life remaining. So there's a list of pre-qualified direct incentives on the program webpage, and these currently include HVAC, hot water controls, and kitchen equipment. And this list will be updated periodically, so I encourage you to check back to see what's new. We also have a path for custom direct incentives. If you have eligible measures that are not found on the pre-qualified list, you don't need energy calculations to apply. NYSERDA will calculate the energy savings and the incentive based on industry standards. And for these incentives, conversion to natural gas is ineligible, and also full system replacements to new fossil fuel-based systems are also ineligible. Okay, so now we're going to cover the complementary services, and both of these are completely free. And I'm going to turn it over to Hannah. She's going to talk through a little bit about benchmarking.
Hi, everyone. So in April, NYSERDA launched the P-12 Schools Initiative Benchmarking Program, and this program provides free benchmarking services to schools across New York State for 3 years. So far, we've had 62 schools that are participating in the program, which represents 317 buildings, 55 public school districts, and 7 private schools. So the benchmarking program allows schools to measure, track, and assess their energy costs and greenhouse gas emissions over time and compare to other similar buildings. Once schools apply to the program, they'll receive benchmarking reports from benchmarking consultant every 6 months, summarizing the trends in energy use and costs. And then after 6 months of participating in the program, a school has an option to receive an operational assessment. And an operational assessment is an on-site evaluation of building equipment, operations and maintenance procedures. The assessment results in a report identifying opportunities, recommendations, and potential savings. So if you're interested in participating in the program, schools have two options to participate, which includes completing the benchmarking data entry into the benchmarking tool themselves with support from the benchmarking consultant, or having a benchmarking consultant complete benchmarking and data entry for them. Regardless of the participation option selected, the school has access to the benchmarking tool, data, and various reporting mechanisms, and also they're going to receive benchmarking reports from their benchmarking consultant every 6 months. So what are the benefits of this benchmarking report? So the information included in the benchmarking reports helps schools understand trends in energy and water use and costs, helps better understand how they perform compared to other participating schools and schools nationwide. So within the benchmarking reports, schools can see how they're comparing to schools who are also participating in the program, which is very helpful, and also assesses opportunities for potential energy and cost savings, and identifies buildings with the greatest need for improvement within your district. So, you know, if you have a capital project coming up and you're trying to figure out which building to work on, this tool and program really helps with that. So in general, participating in the benchmarking program helps schools lower operating costs and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. It helps you gain recognition for your environmental efforts. So, you know, if your energy goes down, you can broadcast that across your community. It improves the health and productivity of the learning environment within the school. It helps inform energy conservation policy and program development, and it supports financial planning and budgeting efforts. So this program aligns really well with the Green and Clean Energy Solutions program because it allows schools to track energy usage and demonstrate the impact of installed projects in real numbers. So far, we've had a lot of positive feedback from schools regarding the benefits of this program. So if you're interested in participating in the program, email the P-12 inbox or enroll in the Green and Clean Energy Solutions program and express interest in the benchmarking program. Once you express interest in the program, you will be contacted by a NYSERDA benchmarking consultant. So again, this program is free, and we definitely encourage you to apply. So thanks.
Great. Thank you, Hannah. So then I'm going to cover the second free service, if it is beneficial. So the second complimentary service would be, it's a free clean heating and cooling technology screening. And what this is, it's an evaluation for the investment, payback, and savings, which would replace your existing system with a new, cleaner HVAC system, including ground source heat pumps, air source heat pumps, and variable refrigerant flow systems. So how this would happen is that after you enroll in green and clean programs, and schools would express interest in participating in this screening, the NYSERDA school would be contacted by a NYSERDA selected consultant to collect any building information that's missing from the school's profile, and then the school receives a brief report. It's only a few pages, and that can be used going forward to make any type of investment decisions. Also with this, the schools will have the opportunity to schedule a free phone call. You can discuss the report, ask any questions, and discuss potential support available from NYSERDA. All right, so next we're going to talk about how to apply to the program. So first off, to apply, fill out an application. And on the application, you can select which offers you're interested in. And as a side note, one program application can be used to apply for many offers. You submit the signed application to the P-12 schools at nyserda.ny.gov email, along with any additional documents that are needed, and this depends on the offer. So if you're enrolling in an energy study or a design project cost share, you need to include a scope of work with a project schedule and an itemized budget. And if you're applying for direct incentives, you need to indicate which pre-qualified incentives you'd like to apply for on the application, or you can indicate that on the pre-qualified incentives list. Or if you're applying for custom, you include a brief description of the building and the existing related equipment so we can perform those calculations. And for any direct incentives, you would need to include a copy of a proof of purchase and specification sheets for each direct incentive that you're applying for. And there are resources available on the Green and Clean program webpage, including the application. You can find a sample scope of work, a sample project budget, The direct incentives list is there with details on how to apply if you're interested in pre-qualified or custom or both. So the next step would be to check out the program website and all the resources that are available. If you have any questions, I encourage you to take a quick skim of the program opportunity notice. You might find a lot of your answers in there more quickly, but if you would like to, we're always here available at the P-12 Schools inbox to email us for questions. Again, thank you everyone for coming. We're excited to have this program out launched. We hope it is beneficial, and we hope that it's a great option for schools and consultants alike. Thank you so much.